gentlemen, welcome to the Port Allegany Swamp. Sorry for the non-audio. Had a few kinks we worked out, but we're back up right now. First quarter of the JV game. 3 minutes left, Port Allegany. Hello. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Port Allegany Swamp. Sorry for the non-audio. Had a few kinks we worked out, but we're back up right now. First quarter of the JV game. 3 minutes left, Port Allegany. Hello. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Port Allegany Swamp. Sorry for the non-audio. Had a few kinks we worked out, but we're back up right now. First quarter of the JV game. 3 minutes left, Port Allegany. Hello. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Port Allegany Swamp. Sorry for the non-audio. Had a few kinks we worked out, but we're back up right now. First quarter of the JV game. 3 minutes left, Port Allegany. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Port Allegany Swamp. Sorry for the non-audio. Had a few kinks we worked out, but we're back up right now. First quarter of the JV game. 3 minutes left, Port Allegany. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Port Allegany Swamp. Sorry for the non-audio. Had a few kinks we worked out, but we're back up right now. First quarter of the JV game. 3 minutes left, Port Allegany. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Port Allegany Swamp. Sorry for the non-audio. Had a few kinks we worked out, but we're back up right now. First quarter of the JV game. 3 minutes left, Port Allegany. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Port Allegany Swamp. Sorry for the
Hello. Yeah. Okay. Hello. Yeah. Okay. Hello. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right, thanks. All right, thanks. Hello. Yeah.
Okay, up court, Van Wy kicks it out to Sherry. His shot's no good. Amel brings the ball up, gets it out to Capel. Capel over to Luke.
All right, thanks.
Luke's pass deflected, back in the hands of Capel. Luke's pass deflected into the hands of Furman. Court, Van Wy kicks it out. Drive, Sherry. His shot's no good. Amel brings the ball line. Gets it out to Capel. Capel over to Luke.
All right, thanks.
Luke's pass deflected. Back in the hands of Capel. On Yeager, Luke's pass deflected into the hands of Furman. Christian Cruz kicks it out. This one no good. Cruz shot's no good. Amel brings the ball line. I think we have Capel over to Luke. We apologize for Luke's pass deflected. Back in the hands of Capel. The second is good. On making a score. Luke's pass deflected into the hands of Furman. Luke brings the ball up. Cruz kicks it out to Carey. Cruz shot's no good. Amel brings the ball up. Yeager. I think we have we're looking for the last shot, possibly. Luke's pass deflected. Back in the hands of Capel. The second is good. Capel over to Luke. Luke gets it down low into Luke's pass deflected into the hands of Furman. Amel over to Causer for the bucket. Out to Carey. Making a score 14-3. Brings the ball up for Allegany after one. We're looking for the last shot, possibly. Luke's pass deflected. Back in the hands of Capel. The second is 2-1. Capel over to Luke. Luke gets it down low into Luke's pass deflected into the hands of Furman. Amel over to Causer for the bucket. Out to Carey. Making a score 14-3. Brings the ball up for Allegany after one. We're looking for the last shot, possibly. Luke's pass deflected. Back in the hands of Capel. The second is 2-1. I'd like to Capel over to Luke. Luke gets it down low into Luke's pass deflected into the hands of Furman. Amel over to Causer for the bucket. Out to Carey. Making a score 14-3. Allegany after one. Jersey came for the last Savannah Hart. Kaylee Lloyd, who's also a senior. Mackenzie Mitchell, also a senior. Capel over to Luke. Avery gets it down low into Luke's pass deflected into the hands of Furman. Amel over to Causer for the bucket. Out to Carey. Making a score 14-3. Allegany after one. Coudersport came for the last Savannah Hart. Kaylee Lloyd, who's also a senior. Mackenzie Mitchell, also a senior. Capel over to Luke. Avery new faces for the Gators. Amel over to Causer for the bucket. Out to Carey. Making a score 14-3. The Gators have after one. Also Jersey came for the last Savannah Hart. Kaylee Lloyd, who's also a senior. Funk with his steal. Gets it over to shot. He's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two. Amel over to Causer for the bucket. Making a score 14-3. The Gators have after one. Also Jersey came for the last Savannah Hart. Kaylee Lloyd, who's also a senior. Funk with his steal. Gets it over to shot. He's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two. Amel over to Causer for the bucket. Making a score 14-3. The Gators have after one. Also Jersey came for the last Savannah Hart. Kaylee Lloyd, who's also a senior. Funk with his steal. Gets it over to shot. He's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two. Amel over to Causer for the bucket. Making a score 14-3. The Gators have inbounding as Luke. Luke gets it into Capel. Capel's three's up. No good. Funk with a steal. Rebound. Gets it over to shot. He's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two. Amel over to Causer for the bucket. Making a score 14-3. The Gators have inbounding as Luke. Luke gets it into Capel. Capel's three's up. No good. Funk with a steal. Rebound. hopefully we'll have everything straightened out for the varsity game. I know that the JV kids
Yep, now we got it.
need the same. Goodness is, I mean, do the same for them as we do for the varsity. Hopefully we're okay with 3:31 left in the fourth quarter. At the line, Alex shot. Shot, no good. Now into the game for the Gators, number 34, Alex Smith. Shot seconds up and in, giving him 3 points for the night. Three's up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Braden Babcock into the hands of Capel. Capel over to Kisler. Kisler over to Shot. Shot looks to drive. Kisler has it out. Over to Capel. Capel looks down to Babcock. Babcock's drive, shots up. Count the bucket, and he'll go to the line to shoot the foul shot. The end one. Bringing the score now to 51-20. Babcock on the line for the end one. And it's good. Making the score 52-20, 2:46 left. Again, we think we have everything back. Thank you to Dan Funk and Ian Grego, who we've reached out to on the phone, our tech guy. He's away working for the IT company and gave us a hand, so thank you, Ian and Dan Funk. Tonight we're going to let Dan be a parent, seeing how his boy Jared plays basketball. So we'll let him enjoy the game as a parent from the stands. And we're back, and thank you all for being patient with us. 2:05 left. Shot looks to drive. Shot kicks it to Kisler. Kisler back down to Babcock. Kisler all the way over to Capel. Capel's three's up. No good, in and out. Babcock pulls down a rebound, gets it back to Capel. Capel out to Shot. Shot out top. Motion over to Shot on the baseline. Shot drives baseline. His layup's up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Long. Into the hands of Van Wy. Over to Cruz. Back to Long. Van Wy out top, guarded by Shot. .116 left in the game. Van Wy. Port Allegany in a man. Timeout called by Coudersport. 1 minute left in the fourth quarter. Port Allegany up 52-20. On the floor for the Falcons, Hunter Woodard Furman. Parker Sherry, Drew Van Wy, Christian Cruz, and Jerry Titus III. Drive. Capel called for the foul. Ball out on the side for Coudersport. Ball's in. 35 seconds left. Back to Cruz. Cruz looks for a cutter. Ball down to Titus. Back to Cruz. Cruz looks to drive on Babcock. Cruz's drive kicks it out. Parker Sherry, he's fouled. Ball underneath for Coudersport. 12.5 seconds left to go in the game. Ball into Parker Sherry. His move's up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Alex Smith for Port Allegany. Now to Capel. Port Allegany will run the clock out, and that'll be the end of the JV game with Port Allegany victorious 52-20. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the varsity game. Again, I think we have everything figured out, so thank you all, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at Port Allegany High School for the game between the Port Allegany Gators and the Coudersport Falcons. Starting for Coudersport, number 4, Mason Rossner. Number 5, Micaiah Batson. Number 12, L.T. Myers. Number 13, Andy Shin. And number 30, Riley Strike. For the Gators, starting number 10, Blaine Moses. Number 11, Braylon Button. Number 12, Drew Evans. Number 20, Noah Archer. And number 21, Jet Rooting. Now we're going to have the national anthem. So I'll turn the mic over for the national anthem. Again, a rundown of the starters. Coudersport, number 1, Mason Russner, number 4, Rusner, number 4, number 5, Micaiah Batson, number 12, L.T. Myers, number 13, Andy Chen, and number 30, Riley Strike. For the Port Allegany Gators, number 10, Blaine Moses. Number 11, Braylon Button. Number 12, Drew Evans. Number 20, Noah Archer. And number 21, Jet Rooting. The officials for tonight's game, Mr. Zambardi, and we have the Boccia father-son duo. So we're getting ready for the tip. Coudersport on the floor. Jumping for Coudersport, it looks like L.T. Myers. Jumping for Port Allegany will be Braylon Button. First set, ready for the tip. Tip controlled. Archer brings it down. Archer up the floor. Coudersport in a man-to-man. Out to Evans. Evans' three's up and good. Drew Evans with a three. Start the game stolen by Archer. Archer back in the hands of Moses. Evans to Archer. Archer looks to drive. Kicks it out to Ruding. Ruding shot from the foul line. Good. 5-0. Archer again with another steal. Archer looks to take it. Dishes it off. Shots up. No good by Ruding. Braylon Button brings it down with a left-handed layup. Puts it back in. 7-0 Port Allegany. In the first 47 seconds of the game, Coudersport takes a time out. Port Allegany in the lead, 7-0. Evans hits a three, then the pressure defense sets up Ruding with a basket, and also a steal by Archer sets up the basket by Button. Here we go. Rosner leaves it for Batson. Now into Chen. Chen looks to drive, dishes down low. Shots up, blocked. Straight shots blocked. Evans on the break. Layups up and good. 9-0 Port Allegany. Ball in the hands of Myers. Myers all the way over. Shot by Batson, no good. Rebound pulled down by Blaine Moses. Port Allegany brings it up the floor. Coudersport still in a man. Chen on Archer. Batson on Evans. Over to Archer. Back to Evans. Now to Ruding. Ruding from the top of the key. Shots up, no good. Archer gets a rebound, gets it quickly back in underneath Archer. To Evans. Ball knocked away. Batson on the break. His pass across the key, no good. But into the hands of Resner, who puts the bucket in for the Falcons, making it 9-2. 5:43. Archer kicks it out to Evans. Evans' three's good. Drew Evans with another three-pointer. Stolen by Moses. Moses out to Archer. Archer drives. Called for the charge. No bucket. That'll be Archer's first foul, team's first foul. Kevin Sherry now into the game for Coudersport. Sherry gets it over to Myers. Myers' three's up, and it's good. LT Myers with a three for Coudersport. Cuts a lead to 12-5. Into Button. Button at the elbow drives. Basket's good. And he'll go to the line to shoot the end one. The end one is good. 15-5 we have. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Rosner brings the ball up. Off to Kevin Sherry. Rosner. Give and go with Strike. Strike's bucket's good. 15-7. Evans looks to drive, kicks it out to Moses. Moses to Archer. Archer into Button. Button shots up and good. Braylon Button with his 7th point of the game. Drew Evans has 8. Strikes threes up, no good. Rebound pulled down by nobody, out of bounds on Coudersport. Officials say it went off of J.T. Myers. Port Allegany now up 17-7. 4:13 left in the first quarter. Coudersport applying full court man pressure. Evans looks to kick it to Moses, knocked away by Strike. Strike gets it off to Rosner. Rosner's three's up, it's good. Mason Rosner with the 3 to cut the lead to 17-10. Again, pressure, full court man pressure. Foul is called on Kevin Sherry. Team second, his first. Ball's into Evans. Evans off to Rooting, back to Evans. Evans fires another 3. It's good. Drew Evans doing his best Hershey Hawkins imitation, showing our age. Or for you newer kids, I could say Steph Curry. Substitute in now. In for Coudersport, number 22, James Colvey, as well as number 11, Wyatt Skinner. That's Wyatt Skilmer, sorry. Shots up, 3 is good by Drew Evans. Evans with his fourth 3-pointer of the quarter extends the lead to 23-10. 3:04 left, now in for the Gators, number 3, Jared Funk. Funk in for Rooting. Rosner's three's up, no good. Rebound down on the floor, picked up by Archer, gets it to Funk. Funk to Evans, knocked away by Rosner. It will stay with Port Allegany underneath. Evans to trigger the inbound. Gets it out to Funk. Funk back down low. Again, Rosner with the quick hands knocks it out. Port Allegany will set it up again underneath. Again tipped out of bounds, this time by J.T. Myers. Port Allegany will take it out on the side. Evans set to try again. Evans gets it into Archer, back to Evans. Evans' 3 is up and good. Drew Evans, 5 for 5 from the 3-point line. 26-10, Port Allegany with the lead. Shot by Strike, no good. Gets his own rebound, baseline jumper up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Button. Gets it to Archer. Funk into Button. Button spin move, no good, but he gets his own rebound. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Braylon Button at the line for Port Allegany, shooting a pair. That foul is on Riley Strike. That is his second, team's third. Button First shot, no good. Back in for Coudersport, Micah Batson. He replaces Strike, who has 2 quick fouls. Button's second attempt. Good. Port Allegany in his zone. Timeout by Coudersport. That'll be a full timeout. Port Allegany up 27-10. 1:53 left in the first quarter. Drew Evans is 5 for 5 from the 3-point line with a total of 17 points in a quarter. Braylon Button has 8 also for the Gators. Jet Rooting with the other bucket for the Gators. For Coudersport, Mason Rosner has 5. LT Myers has 3. Riley Strike has 2. Making the score 27-10 in favor of Port Allegany. Now in for Port Allegany, number 33, Levi Wilfong. Wilfong replaces Braylon Button. Rosner up. Port Allegany now in a man. Archer on Rosner. Rosner drives baseline, stopped by Moses. Jet off the baseline in help defense. Ball's into number 22, Colvey. Back over to Rosner. Rosner brings it back out quickly over to Myers. Myers' three's up. Banks open. Shot's good. 3-pointer for LT Myers, making it 27-13. Archer on the floor. Timeout called before he's called with traveling. Port Allegany coach takes a timeout, 32nd. We'll be back 10 seconds. Okay, we're back. Port Allegany's ball on the side. We have Wilfong, Funk, Archer, Evans, and Moses on the floor for the Gators. Coudersport with Colvey, Sherry, Rosner, Batson. Evans' three's up. No good. That's his first miss. Ball out of bounds, back to the Gators. Funk gets it to a flashing Evans. Back to Archer. Minute left in the quarter. Ball tipped away by Colvey into the hands of Rosner. Rosner back to Colvey. Colvey to Batson. JT Myers back to Rosner. Evans steps in front of that pass. He's going to the hoop. Evans' layup's up and good. 29-13. Rosner comes back up. Rosner's three's up, no good. Goes out of bounds, back to the Gators with 7.5 seconds left in the first quarter. Coming back into the game for Port Allegany. Jet Rooting, he replaces Jared Funk. Ball into Archer. Archer brings it over half court. Archer gets it to Moses. 3 seconds left. Moses heaves up a three. No good. So at the end of the first quarter, the score, the Port Allegany Gators 29, the visiting Coudersport Falcons 13. Now on the floor are the Port Allegany cheerleaders. They are Lily Babcock, a captain. Kaylin Bonowitz, a captain who is a senior. Addison Bird, Devin Carpenter, Jersey Gamet, Savannah Hart, Kaylee Lloyd, also a senior. Mackenzie Mitchell, a senior. Avery Redmond. And the manager, also a senior, Michaela Acorn. They are coached by Terry Austin and Lisa Redmond, the Port Allegany Gator cheerleaders. So Port Allegany up 16. Really a great night so far by Drew Evans. Evans has a total of 19 points in this quarter, in the first quarter. 8 by Button and 2 by Jet Rooting. Strike to trigger the inbound for Coudersport to start the second quarter. Into Rosner. Rosner over to Strike. Back to Rosner on the baseline, works it down low. We got a foul called on Levi Wilfong. That's his first, team second. That was called on the floor on JT Myers. Triggered into Strike. Strike's three's up, no good. Button pulls down a rebound. Gets it into the hands of Rooting. Rooting up to Evans. Evans back to Rooting. Flips it over to number 14, Mason Colhoun, into the game. I apologize for not catching that. Colhoun in for Port Allegany. Offensive foul called on Chen. That's his first. Team's fourth. Colhoun dishes it off. Oh, Colhoun has his pocket picked by Strike. Strike's in. Bucket's good. Colhoun gets it to Button. Button is called for the travel. Took an extra step with the ball in his hand. Ball back to Coudersport, 7:03, down 14. Port Allegany in a 2-3 zone. Read by Rooting. Rooting with the steal. Rooting out to Archer. Archer looks to drive. Kicks it to Evans. Evans' three's up. No good. Strike with a rebound. Chen off to Rosner. Batson. Batson drives, kicks it back out to Chen. Rosner, now Chen again out top. Over to Batson. Strike. Batson looks to drive, kicks it back to Chen. Rosner looks inside. Rosner's three's up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Wolfong, and he's fouled. Depends on who they're calling it on. It was on number 12, they say, J.T. Myers. That's Myers' first, team's fifth. Archer with Chin on him. Archer brings it up. Chin's called for the hand check. That is Chin's second, team sixth. Archer, Chin on him, man-to-man again. Rooting. Throws it away out of bounds over the outstretched arms of Drew Evans. 5:31 left in the first half. Port Allegany up 14. Caldy now in. Tipped away by Rooting. Rooting's layup is good. Drive by Rosner. Rebounded by Archer. He throws a pass to Evans. Says, hey, you throw them to me in football, I'll throw one to you in basketball. Evans with the bucket. (33-15). Port Allegany still in the zone. Henry Troop picks up the loose ball, gets it out to Rooting. Rooting looks back to Button. Button's layup is good. Port Allegany now up 20 with 4:36 to go in the first half. (35-15) Port Allegany with a 20-point lead. Batson now with the ball. Back to Myers. Kevin Sherry now gets it to Strike. Myers over to Strike. Strike's three's up and good. Riley Strike with a three-pointer for Coudersport. Cuts the lead to 35-18. Troop looks to drive, loses a handle, gets it back to Rooting. Rooting drives. Archer. Archer looks to drive, kicks it to Troop. Troop from the elbow, his shot's up and in. Henry Troop with his first bucket of the night. Makes the score 37-18. Out top to Sherry. Now Batson. Off to Myers. Three again by Strike is good. Riley Strike with his second three-point shot of the game. Stroop puts up his three, and it's good. Henry Troop with a three-pointer of his own. On the drive is J.T. Myers. He is fouled on the floor, they're saying. And he was fouled by Noah Archer. That'll be Archer's second, team's third. Evans now gets a break in for him. Number 14, Mason Clahoun. Strike gets it down low into Myers. Myers' layup's no good. Ruding pulls down a rebound, and he is fouled by Myers. I believe that'll be a 1-and-1 for Port Allegany. Jet Ruding should be on the line. Ruding is on the line, now in for the Gators. Back in, we have Evans, Moses, Ruding, Clahoun, and Troop on the floor for the Gators. Ruding's first is good. Now the back half of the 1-and-1. No good. Rebound pulled down by Colby. Colby has it stolen by Ruding. Ruding gets it to Evans. Evans over to Clahoun. Back to Troop. Troop looks to drive, looks to dish off, comes right back to him. Jump ball called. It'll stay with Port Allegany. Port Allegany's ball underneath. Ruding set to take the ball from the official. Ruding gets it into Troop. Troop back to Ruding. Ruding over to Clahoun. Clahoun to Evans. Back into Blaine Moses. Kicks it out to Troop. Troop's three's up. No good. Rebound pulled down. A battle between Clahoun and Batson. Won by Batson. A foul called on Clahoun. That's his first, team's fourth. Rosner back in for Coudersport. He replaces Colby. Skillman over to Kevin Sherry. Back to Skillman. Skillman kicks it to Rosner in the corner. Rosner back out front to Kevin Sherry. Three-pointer up by Batson, no good. Moses with the rebound. Evans gets it to Clahoun. To Troop. Troop kicks it to Ruding. Ruding looks to drive. His shot's up. Good. Jet Ruding was his third basket of the game. Making a score 43-21. Three-pointer up by Batson, no good. Strike with a follow. His putback's no good, but he'll go to the line to shoot two. Foul is called on number 12, Drew Evans. That will send Strike to the line to shoot two. Strike's first. No good, short. Okay, now in for the Gators, number 24, Jacob Kauser, as well as number 3, Jared Funk. So you have Moses, Kauser, Funk, Clahoun, and Troop on the floor. Second shot by Strike is good. Port Allegany to throw the ball in. Coudersport again looks to go man-to-man pressure. Clahoun gets it. Clahoun brings it up. Looks to drive. Clahoun's bucket's up. No good. Rebound loose. Goes back to Coudersport. .111 to go in the half. Batson into the corner to Rosner. Batson to Kevin Sherry. Also into the game for Coudersport, Number 22, Drew Van Wy. Back over to Rosner. Rosner's three's up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Funk. Funk looks to bring the ball up, kicks it over to Troop. Troop will shoot a three. It's up, no good. Rebound battle for it, pulled down by Blaine Moses. That is tipped. Battle for it. It will go to Coudersport underneath. Off of Jared Funk, the last to touch it. Ball's into Batson. Rosner gets it down low. Into Skillman, he's fouled. That foul is on Jacob Kozler. That's his first. Team's second. Team's sixth. Working on the fouls. It should be Port Allegany has 6, Coudersport has 7. They have that corrected now. 18 seconds, gets the ball into Skillman. Skillman's fadeaway, no good. Rebound pulled down by Kozler. Into the hands of Isaac Amel. Amel looks to beat the shot clock. It's up. A charge is called, no bucket. Amel called for the charge, no bucket. 4 seconds left. He should be going to the line. Coudersport should have a shooter going to the line. Funk deflects the ball, so the first half over here in Port Allegany. The score, Port Allegany Gators 43, the visiting Coudersport Falcons 22. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Thank you for joining us again this evening. Okay, we're back to get ready to start the second half with 2 minutes left. Real quick rundown. Drew Evans leads the Gator with 21 points. Braylon Button has 10, followed by 7 by Jet Rooting and 5 by Henry Troop. Coudersport, Riley Strike has 11. LT Myers has 6, and Mason Rosner has 5. Also tonight, we'd like to give out a birthday wish to 2 ladies. They are twins, Val Archer and Vanessa O'Shea. Ladies, happy birthday to you. They got embarrassed pretty bad by their daughters as they announced it on the PA system, so I figured I'd put it on now. So we're set to go. Port Allegany with a 21-point lead. Clearing the floor. Okay. Possession arrow should be in Coudersport's favor. They should get the ball to start the second half. Port Allegany will bring out Moses, Button, Evans, Archer, and Rooting. Archer has 2 fouls. The only one in foul trouble. Coudersport counters with Rosner, Batson, Strike, Chen, and Myers. Strike, Chen, and Myers both have 2 fouls apiece. Chen. Port Allegany in like a 2-3 matchup. Back to Reisner. Over to Chen. Chen to Strike. Strike fakes, puts up a 3. Shots up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Rooting. Gives it away into the hands of JT Myers. Myers with the layup for his 8th point of the game. Rooting looks to drive. Cut off by Chen. Rooting gets it to Moses. Archer back to Rooting. Rooting looks underneath the Button. He's fouled by Batson. That'll be his first. Button will go to the line to shoot 2. Button's first. Good. Second on the way, in and out, no good. Rebound put down by Moses. His putback's no good. Comes in the hands of Evans, who kicks it out to Archer. Archer gets it over to Moses. Moses is fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. The foul is on number 12. On number 30. Strike, that's his 3rd. Moses' first is up and good. Moses' second. Good. Moses' first 2 points of the game. Rosner brings it up. Batson out to Chen. Batson gets it inside to Strike. It's taken away by Blaine Moses. Rooting on the drive, no good. Archer with a rebound, gets it back to Braylon Button. His bunny, no good. Strike pulls down a rebound. Ball out to Myers. Chen now. Batson. Strike looks to drive. Foul called on Blaine Moses on a block. Strike will go to the line to shoot 2. Strike and Myers playing with 3 fouls for the Falcons. Strike to shoot 2. Strikes first. Good. Strike second. And that's good. Rooting brings it up. Looks to drive. Rooting drives. Bucket's good. Jet Rooting with a drive to the basket. 48-26. Ball off to the corner to Myers. JT Myers' three's up, and it's good. Rooting kicks it out to Archer. Rooting's three's up, no good. Moses pulls down a rebound. His putback's good. Blaine Moses with his 4th point of the game. Strike. Kicks it over to Batson. Out to Chen. Strike. Cowdy running a little motion offense. Strike. Rosner. Rosner's deep three, no good. That's off the rim, goes out of bounds. Ball back to Port Allegany. Port Allegany up 50-29, 5:09 to go in the 3rd quarter. Archer brings the ball up. Kicks it out to Evans. Archer. Rooting. Rooting looks to drive. His shot's short. Rooting with a rebound. His shot's up. No good. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. I believe that fouls on Strike. If it is, that is his 4th. Rooting to shoot 2. First one is good. The second. Van Wy in for Chen. And Colvey in for Strike, who has 4 fouls. Rooting second is good. 52-29. Van Wy off to Batson. Stolen by Evans. Evans with a layup. Knocked out of bounds. Good hustle back by Batson. Evans set to inbound the ball underneath. No, now Archer says, I'll take it. Archer gets it into Moses. Moses shot up, no good. Moses gets his own rebound. Kicks it out to Rooting, over to Archer. Archer looks back underneath to Moses for the bucket. 54-29. Rosner has it taken away into the hands of Moses. Moses to Archer. Archer bounces off a button to keep it alive. Archer to Evans. Evans' three from the side is good. Drew Evans drains another 3. That's 6 for him in this game, making it 57-29. Foul called on Port Allegany. That is on Jet Rooting. That's Rooting's first, team's first. Coudersport with 3 team fouls. Sorry, that's Port Allegany's second. And now for Port Allegany, number 3, Jared Funk, and number 33, Levi Wilfong. Ball into Myers. Rosner. All the way over, taken away by Evans. Evans looks to move, kicks it back to Moses. Moses to Archer. Archer with a quick pass underneath the Funk. Funk puts it up and in. Funk's first basket of the game. 59-29. Port Allegany now up by 30. Ball into Skillman. Skillman backs up, shoots a three. It's no good. Gets the rebound, knocked away by Funk. Archer with the breakaway layup, and that's good. Makes the score 61-29. Okay, Port Allegany up 32, 61-29, 3:14 in the third quarter. I believe there's a running clock at 30. If a team's up by 30 points or more, the clock will keep running unless there's foul shots or a timeout is called. So I believe it's a running clock at 30. I know in football, if you're up by 35, it's a running clock, but I believe basketball is 30. Port Allegany with some fresh jerseys in. Number 14, Mason Clohoun. Number 35, Henry Troop. Levi Wolfong with Funk and Moses. Coudersport comes out with Van Wy, Rosner, Skillman, Kevin Sherry, and Colvey. Off to Rosner. Rosner looks to drive. His shot's up, no good. Moses pulls down a rebound. Gets it into the hands of Mason Clohoun. Clohoun looks to drive, dishes off to Wilfong. Wilfong with a bucket. 63-29, 2:37. Kicks it off, shot up by Van Wy, no good. Moses pulls down a rebound into the hands of Clohoun. Clohoun to Troop. Screen set by Wolfong. Troop looks to drive, kicks it to Funk. Screen set by Moses, give and go. Moses still thinks he's playing fullback for the Gators. Plows over the opposition. Called for the travel, though, not the foul. 2 minutes, running clock. Shot up by Rosner. In and out, no good. Moses pulls down a rebound. Gets it out to Clohoun. Clohoun looks to drive, kicks it back to Funk. Funk, the left-hander, shots up, no good. Moses with a rebound, no good. Wilfong with a putback on the opposite side. 65-29. Drive partially blocked by Funk. Funk looks to break. Funk with a drive. It's blocked by Skillman. Shots up by Rosner, no good. Moses into the hands of Troop. Port Allegany with possession. Funk. Wolfong with the pick. Clohoun looks to drive. Kicks it out to Funk. Back to Clohoun to Troop. Troop looks down low, gets it into Wilfong. Wilfong looks to drive. He's called for an offensive foul. turnover. Ball into the hands of the Falcons. Now into the game for Blaine Moses, number 25, Colton Crow. Rosner brings it up, 10 seconds. Into the hands of Skillman. Skillman back out to Van Wy. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Funk with a steal, fires it up, no good. At the end of the third quarter, the score, Port Allegany 65, the visiting Coudersport Falcons 29. On the floor again, the Port Allegany cheerleaders. Port Allegany inbounds. Funk set to inbounds to Calhoun. Troop of the drive. Through the hands of Crow, out of bounds. That'll be Coudersport ball. Ball's up. Batson, now to Rosner. Back to Batson. Chin now. Nice drive, bucket no good. Rebound put back up by Strike. We've got a foul called. Foul will be on number 33, Levi Wilfong. That's his second, team's fourth. Ball all the way into Batson. Over to Strike. Chen kicks it out. 3 from the corner by Myers. It's up and good. JT Myers with his 4th 3 of the night. Ball inside the Crow. It's knocked away by number 12, JT Myers. Ball in. Calhoun's three's up. No good. Long rebound off the hands of Funk. Ball back to Coudersport. Chin. Myers out top. What do we have? We got maybe a possible blood. We've got blood on Crow. Crow has blood, so in comes number 24, Jacob Kaiser. He'll be attended to. Strikes, three's up. No good. Kaiser pulls down a rebound, gets it out to Calhoun. Calhoun kicks it to Troop. Back to Calhoun, over to Funk. Calhoun loses it. Rosner tipped it, went off of Calhoun out of bounds. Coudersport ball. Batson over to Strike. Strike to Chin. Chen's three's up, and it's good. Andy Chin, three's good. A foul is called on the play. But after the shot, bucket is good. LT Myers called for the foul. Coudersport in man. Calhoun looks to drive. His shot's up. Bucket's good. Mason Calhoun with his first points of the night, making it 67-35, stolen by Troop. Troop looks ahead to Funk. Funk's layup's no good. Jacob Kaiser with a rebound. His putback is good. Kaiser's first buckets of the night, 69-35. Ball into Strike, kicks it back to Chen. Back out to Strike. Strike fires up a three. It's good. Riley Strike with a three for Coudersport. That's Strike's third three of the game. Calhoun now. 3:17. Kicks it over to Troop. Troop gets it into Wilfong. Wilfong back to Troop. Troop looks to drive baseline. Wilfong to Calhoun. Calhoun and Kaiser not in communication. Ball stolen by number 11. Wyatt Skillman makes it 69-40. Funk kicks it over to Calhoun in the corner. Three balls up, no good. Wilfong and Troop. Troop comes down with a rebound. Troop drives, his basket's up, no good. 2:27. Drive by Skillman, kicks it back to Colby. Colby shot's no good. Skillman all alone underneath. Can't get the bunny. Rebound by Kaiser. Now into the game, number 2, Isaac Amel gets a ball off the Troop. Over to Amel. Amel looks down low to Kaiser. Off a couple Falcons. Into the hands of Colby. Colby kicks it out to Kevin Sherry. Sherry back to Van Wy. His shot's up, no good. Wilfong with a rebound. Kicks it out to Troop. Troop looks to drive. Troop gets it into Kaiser. Kaiser has it tipped and out of bounds off of Colby. It will stay with Port Allegany. 1:18 to go. Troop. Ball over to Amel. Picked up by Kaiser. Shots up by Funk. No good. Funk with the rebound at the putback. No good. Rebound still alive. Brought down by Van Wy. Van Wy brings it back up the floor. Loses control and out of bounds. Ball back to Port Allegany. Calhoun replaces Funk. 40 seconds left. Kaiser out top. kicks it to Troop. Troop over to Calhoun. Causer comes up for a screen. Port Allegany looking to just deaden the ball here. 9 seconds. That will be the end of the game with the Port Allegany Gators winning 69-40. Port Allegany, again, with the win 69-40. Real quick stats. Drew Evans had 24, 21 in the first half. Braylon Button had 11, 10 in the first half. Blaine Moses had 6, all in the second half. Jared Funk had 2. Jet Rooting had 11 for the Gators, as well as Levi Wolfong had 4. Henry Troop had 5. Jacob Causer had 2. Noah Archer 2. Mason Calhoun 2. And Jared Funk 2. Coudersport was led by $16 points by Riley Strike. 14 points by LT Myers. Those were the leading scorers for Coudersport. Again, thank you all for joining us.